that's a powerful testament about how, yeah, your hair and like deciding what to do with it can be so freeing. Even like the story, I don't know if you guys heard of Willow Smith when she was very
Yes.
young. Hopefully the young audience might be aware of like Whip My Hair. That was a banger back in the day, and she had
Yes.
these long dreadlocks, and she was a kid, and it was almost like, yeah, she was like working a serious job, going on tour, and she told her dad, Will Smith, that she didn't want to do it anymore, so she decided to shave her hair in protest on the Whip My Hair tour. And I think, again, these are examples of how like taking control of your hair, changing it, can be
Mhm.
very freeing. It can be very emotional experience as well, and that's why hair is so personal.
Mhm.
We should be inspired maybe by what people are doing, but it should be something that's very like individual to us, and something that we're very sure about, clued up on, using the right products, like getting all the information to make sure that it's a good experience, because it means so much. And I'm sure you
Mhm.
agree with TreasureTress. And I want to ask again about like hair care as well. Like, do you
Mhm.
have, so we talked about like why it's so important, again, from an emotional, psychological perspective, to really take pride and take care in your hair. So, do you have any hair care tips that you think might be a bit universal, or things that you think are really like important that people should try to incorporate into their routines?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would say, as a minimum, adopt a four-step routine. So start with shampooing.
Mm-hmm.
Step one, shampoo. Step two, condition or deep condition. I would say the thicker your hair is, definitely opt for a deep conditioner.
Okay.
Third, a leave-in conditioner. I can't believe that I used to try to style my hair without a leave-in conditioner. I wouldn't dream of doing it today.
Mhm.
Step three is a leave-in conditioner, and you can even apply that when your hair is wet and you can let it air dry,
Mhm.
or you can apply a leave-in conditioner, a heat protectant, and then blow dry your hair. But just don't skip that leave-in stage, because we really do need that injection of more moisture.
Mhm.
And then step four is either a gel, oil, or a serum to help style your hair
Mhm.
and to lock in that moisture. So I would say, at an absolute minimum, those four steps.
Yeah.
Then I'd say, if you've got textured hair, don't underestimate the power of detangling your hair while it's wet
Mhm.
with deep conditioning or conditioning product in it, because it will make your life so much easier. And also work in sections. Don't try to tackle it all in one go. It's a
Yeah.
recipe for disaster.
So, are you a fan of the detangler brush or the white tooth comb?
I'm a detangler brush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wide tooth comb doesn't do much for me.
yeah. I feel like everyone's on the detangler brush wave, and there's like new scientific kind of different bristles ones that people can invest. But detangling is definitely, yeah, something that I think we all need to embrace. Doesn't matter maybe the tightness of your curls. I think everyone should be detangling. Make sure that the product works
Absolutely.
through. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. Jamelia's steps in order to take care of your hair. So TreasureTress is a behemoth now. Like you said, you opened your own store in Birmingham. I hope we can expect more
Yeah.
stores. Like, yeah, I know you talked about you took a rest this weekend, which was great. Can you talk more about like building a business, like how maybe it can be challenging on your mental health, and unexpected tools that you might have discovered that you think could
Mm.
benefit other people who are like you on their like CEO entrepreneurship journey?
Yeah, I would say, skills that I've developed over time. I would probably say, instead of skills, it was more like reframing the way that I looked at things and equally
Mm.
leveraging more resources. So, for example, gym. I think I always grew up thinking that gym was just a place that you went to like get your body right and tight, and that was it. But since then, I've let go of any real goals when it comes to the gym. Like,
Mm.
my goal is to get there
Yeah.
and to sweat, hopefully. Um, Primarily because I know that in just doing that, it will improve my mental health and like improve my tenacity, improve my determination, improve my mental strength by improving my physical strength.
Mhm.
So I would say that the gym and the way that I think about it has completely changed.
Yeah.
One of the key things that might be a bit surprising but has been a game changer for me has been like creating more distance between me as a person and my business.
Mm.
And I actually heard another woman speak about it in a podcast, and she had built like this super successful business. And I was like, okay, I'm on the right path,
Yeah.
because she mentioned that when we start businesses, we would refer to our businesses like our baby. And she was like, your business is not your baby, your business is a business. And I think it helps you make more strategic decisions, because now it doesn't feel like you're making decisions as a person. It feels like you're making decisions that are right for the business,
Brilliant.
as opposed to making businesses that feel right for you,
Yeah.
because everyone wants to be a good person. Everyone wants to bless everyone. Everyone wants to be super generous. But the reality is that you're building a business.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to make business decisions.
Mm,
Um, in addition to that, I would say therapy has been massive.
mm-hmm.
Like, I can't explain how many therapy sessions I've spent talking about work related things,
Mm,
because it does, it's tough, it's taxing, and it can feel very relentless. Because even if you're not at work, like, I was literally in a steam room yesterday thinking, like, okay, first thing I'm going to do tomorrow morning is go back to that person on email because blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't really come off your mind. You think about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think having space to just offload without the guilt of like complaining to one of your friends
Yeah.
is definitely a huge help. And yeah, just having that safe space is super valuable.
Oh, I think that's brilliant. So, like gym, distance, and therapy, talking to the lady, we
Mhm.
all need to do that. And
Yeah.
I'm going to take on that advice actually about separating yourself. Like, I think, yes,
Mm,
building your business is your baby. I used to say, yeah, my book's my baby, my first baby. But then maybe if it doesn't do well or if you get a bad review, then it's like you're not doing well, you're getting the bad review. But
exactly. And you start to personalize things. And it's
yeah,
not, it's just, it's a critique of the thing that you've created,
yeah.
and it's critique that will help you improve it.
Mm,
Whereas if you take it on board personally, you start to think, oh my God, I'm a bad person.
yeah.
Oh my God, people don't like me. Oh my, and no, that's not what it means. Like,
No,
it just means that there's something to be improved on in the business as opposed to you as an individual.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's probably stuff that we can learn personally as well, but I
Mm.
don't think it's healthy to take all feedback personal when it comes to your business.
No, I definitely think that's a really good piece of advice. And I think it's so needed, especially now where everybody feels like they're a brand in their own right. Like, we don't really
Hmm.
post now just because, oh, like it used to be fun. And now it's like, okay, like, am I tagging the right brand? Like, am I looking like this? Like this, like you're always
Mm,
thinking about the end result. So
yeah.
yeah, having that distance, I think that's brilliant. And I hope people listening will adhere to that advice.
Hmm.
And then just sticking on like the theme of business, just about the beauty industry, you're so embedded in it, like, and you've done so much research. Like, could you speak to what you think the future of beauty will look like, and what do you think it will look like, and what do you think it should look like as well?
um, I'm gonna say that what it will like, what it will look like, I'm hoping will be aligned with what it should look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ultimately beauty is gonna be more multicultural and more diverse than it ever has been, because it's gonna have no choice but to.
Yeah.
By the end of the century, 75% of the UK will be mixed race. So there's no room for the exclusion of like shades and textures,
Mhm.
because we're going to be the majority. And so I think a lot of the progress in beauty is going to come down to personalization, how people can customize things to suit them. I think a lot of the hair trends are going to mirror the beauty trends. I mean, the skincare trends, like the use of active ingredients. Those are all of the themes that are carrying over to hair care at the moment.
Mhm.
But I think from a consumer standpoint, it's going to look like a lot more catering to diverse, multi ethnic Black consumers,
Good.
because that's going to make up the majority of the population.
Mhm.
And to be honest, we're already the global majority. So it kind of only makes sense for the world to start catering to a lot of its citizens.
Yeah, I think so. And I think your business model and the subscription boxes is definitely going to rise. I just was reading a research paper about why we love online shopping so much, and because we get that dopamine rush and it's that
Mm,
anticipation. And like you said, it feels like Christmas every month, like knowing you're going to get this like guaranteed reward is something that makes people feel good, and they're craving that. And it's something that is a necessity as well, like you said, like
yeah.
investing in your hair with good products that reflect who you are and going to take care of something that's so important to us with your hair. It's important, and it's good from yes, an aesthetic standpoint, but from an emotional standpoint too, which is
Hmm.
what we all need right now. So I think it's so brilliant. I'm such a fan.